Welcome dear reader and cybernaut. In the position number 20 of our ranking is the country Switzerland. Switzerland is one of richest countries in the world 2019. In this video, we will describe the economy Switzerland and its wealth. We ask you to support our channel, your valuable subscription, and that you can activate the doorbell so that you continue to receive videos like this. From our web community, we hope that the pandemic caused by the COVID-19 coronavirus has an early end and that among all the nations of the world we take care of our planet. Since if it is not a virus, the human will self-destruct if we do not take care of planet Earth. Position number 20. Switzerland. GDP, $715.36 billion. Equivalent to $80,189 per inhabitant. Switzerland's economy is one of the world's most advanced free market economies. The service sector has played a significant economic role, in particular the Swiss banking and tourism industry. The Swiss economy ranks first in the world in the Global Innovation Index, year 2015, and in Global Competitiveness, year 2017. According to data from the United Nations for 2016, Switzerland is the third richest landlocked country in the world after Liechtenstein and Luxembourg, and together with the latter and Norway, the only three countries in the world with a GDP per capita of over $70,000. The country offers a very high standard of living for its people, represented by its high per capita. Switzerland has a booming tourism industry and a strong financial sector. Switzerland also has a long tradition in the industry, especially in the pharmaceutical and watchmaking industry. The country has a highly skilled workforce and low unemployment 3%. The country's economy benefits from its stable political system, solid infrastructure, and favorable tax rates. In recent years, its growth rate has ranged from 1% to 1.5%. Economic sectors. Clocks. Switzerland is a leading exporter of high-end watches and clocks. Swiss companies produce most of the world's high-end watches. Clocks go to Asia 55%, Europe 29%, America 14%, Africa and Oceania both 1%. In 2011, exports reached almost 19.3 billion Swiss francs, 19.2% more than the previous year. Industrial sector. Switzerland has one of the most competitive pharmaceutical industries in the world. Major Swiss pharmaceutical companies include Novartis and Roche. Switzerland also has a broad industrial sector, with globally competitive companies in various industrial sectors. Most notable is food processing such as Nestlé, chemicals for industrial and construction use such as Sika Ag, and roofing chemicals. Lafarge Holcim is the world's largest group of building materials. Farming. Switzerland is extremely protective of its agricultural industry. High tariffs and extensive national subsidies encourage national production, which currently produces around 60% of the food consumed in the country. Commerce. The CIA World Factbook estimates Switzerland's exports in 2011 at $308.3 billion and 2010 exports at $258.5 billion. Imports are estimated at $299.6 billion in 2011 and $246.2 billion in 2010. According to World Factbook numbers, Switzerland is the 20th largest exporter and the 18th largest importer. Tourism. Switzerland has a highly developed tourist infrastructure, especially in mountainous regions and cities, making it a good market for tourism-related equipment and services. 14% of hotels were in Grisons, 12% in Valais and eastern Switzerland, 11% in central Switzerland and 9% in the Bernese Oberland. Banking and finances. In 2003, the financial sector comprised approximately 11.6% of Switzerland's GDP and employed approximately 196,000 people, 136,000 of whom work in the banking sector. This represents around 5.6% of the total Swiss workforce. Swiss neutrality and national sovereignty, long recognized by foreign nations, have fostered a stable environment in which the banking sector was able to develop and prosper. Switzerland has maintained neutrality during the two world wars, is not a member of the European Union, and was not even a member of the United Nations until 2002. Currently it is estimated that 28% of all funds held outside the country of origin, sometimes called offshore funds, are held in Switzerland. In 2009, Swiss banks managed 5.4 trillion Swiss francs. Connection to illegal activities. Swiss banks have served as safe havens for the wealth of dictators, despots, gangsters, arms dealers, corrupt officials, and tax cheats. The crack in secrecy laws began in earnest after the first financial crisis, when in 2009 the Swiss withdrew objections to a widely accepted Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Tax Declaration Convention. The convention resulted in Swiss banks being allowed to provide certain information to foreign tax authorities, but only for specific and reasoned reasons. In other words, if there is a solid basis for suspecting foul play, banks will review requests for information about a potential account holder on a case-by-case basis. Main industries in Switzerland. The main industries in Switzerland are banking and finance. However, the country's economy is also driven by agriculture and industry. In fact, Switzerland is famous in the world for its Swiss chocolates and watches. Like most developed economies, the Swiss workforce adopts an economic model whereby most workers are employed in the service sector, while a minority works in the agricultural sector. Switzerland has one of the most complex economies in the world. Exports, $313.5 billion 2017 estimate. Goods exported from Switzerland. Switzerland's main exports are gold, packaged medicines, human and animal blood and vaccines, base metal watches and heterocyclic nitrogen compounds. Imports, $264.5 billion 2017 estimate. Goods imported into Switzerland. Its main imports are gold, packaged medicines, jewelry, automobiles, and blood and human or animal vaccines. In the following video of our ranking, the country is located Turkey. We ask for your valuable subscription to our channel, share the information and help us with a like, share, and comment below what is your perspective of world wealth. In the following video, the 19th place in our ranking of the 25 richest countries in the world. Turkey.